Dah siap kan?
Tak, 64 dia.
64 ke dia dekat tempat yang hilang-hilang tu?
Yang dah guna lah pula.
Dah
Dah
guna
guna.
dah.
64. Where is supposed to be? Here. 64.
Ada
Supposed to be
kat
here.
sini, ha.
Sepatutnya dia di sini.
Ha. Apa? 64. Ni 24.
24 dia di sini.
Mana 24?
64.
24 dah ada lah. So aku tu kena nambung
Then
imaginary dia ni.
Then this would be 64 lah.
64 kat mana?
24 mana?
Sekejap, mana dah.
Ada 24 ada. Dia bukan yang hilang dia.
Mana dah tadi.
Oh dah, dia hilang ada 24.
Eh?
Dia dekat quadrant mana? Dia buka quadrant mana?
Kalau ikut belahan kat sini tu.
Bawah
belahan
kiri
sini.
tu.
Bawah kiri kan? Tapi apa nak? Tak nampak pun.
Tak ada.
64.
Okey, kalau sini 23, 24 tu sini kan?
Tu yang ini imaginary number ni.
Maknanya could be two of this yang one of them lah.
Ini dua, ending mesti dua.
Eh,
4.
tak apalah, assume ada lah.
Ha, tu lah.
Ah.
Dia naik ke 65. 65 ada kat atas.
Belum ada.
Yang hilang.
Ada.
Mana saya dapat tu besar
Ah, betul.
65.
Besar-besar.
Besar sangat pun tak
Tak
nampak
sangat
kot. Sebab you expect yang kecil kan.
Sini ada 24.
Tak apa, don't worry. Just go sit. I think it could be one of the yang hilang tu lah. Print out tak keluar tu. Tu hilang lah tu. Ada lah tu. Print out tak keluar.
4.
Tak ada. But which quadrant is supposed to be?
Here.
68.
Ada, dia ada.
68 ada, bukan yang hilang 68.
Ada,
Tu
bukan. Ada bawah.
Tu ada bawah.
Oh, sorry.
68.
Takkan 29 tu 69 tu.
Tak apa,
Kat atas tu kan?
just ignore yang hilang tu. Just go case tu.
Itulah imaginary number dah guna lah 29. Oh 29 ada sini.
Tak,
Ni
29
69
ada.
tadi.
Ah,
29 kan ada.
69 lah atas tu. Imaginary sebelah tu. 9, 70. Tanda lagi
Kalau nombor. Dah laju lah tu.
Dia bagi kurang.
Ha, yang orang laju 87. 46 tu besar atas tu nampak. Dari sini aku boleh nampak.
Tu lah.
Terbalik. 87. Dia makin dekat tu lagi laju.
Kan?
Dia dah ada kurang tanda kan.
Yang kurang tanda.
Oh, kau buat tanda. Aku buat ni kena join-join.
Oh, tak ada. Mana dah aku start join 61 tadi.
Hai.
Lepas tu bulat
Tak
je lah.
cik, tak cik.
Dah bersilang.
Nak bersilang lah. Tak apa. Nak sambung lepas tu tanda pun boleh.
Baik.
Satu.
64 je pun.
Nombor 4 tu must be the ni lah. Nombor 4 tu yang hilang ke
Tapi
nombor?
kau cakap tadi
Ah,
tak.
ya.
Dia
Oh, ada.
4. Dia 4. Dia
Nombor
kata
4 ada?
Dia kata 24 jumpa. Saya tak nampak nombor 24.
Nampak 4?
24. Saya buat imagine nombor dia 24.
Ada 20.
Tapi 64 tu hilang.
Dia 24 dengan 64 eh.
24 dan 64. So dua imagine
Maybe
number
the
betul.
2 is there lah. Mesti dekat
Sampai.
ujung tu.
Ada tu.
Sebab lipatan saya tadi sebab kalau 38
Ah.
belah sini tau. Tapi saya lipat sini. Semua saya kena lipat sini.
Yeah. I don't worry about it lah. Okay, this one is we call it energizer lah. Energizer ni is something that we do normally after lunch.
To wake up.
Yeah, you're right. After lunch normally our energy level is different kan.
Tapi setengah orang dia macam ni, dia ada anxiety sikit untuk orang yang suka closure atau complete things.
Okay.
Dia kalau tak closure complete dia rasa macam gatal je.
Eh.
Rasa macam
Ah,
bagi peluang.
itu selalunya orang C lah. Orang conscientious ni dia memang
Tiba kan tengah nampak menteri, you ambil kertas dah.
Dia tak hati lah, dia kata dia nak
Saya nak ambil kan.
Dia nak habiskan juga kan. C14 ni lain lah, dia mesti nak juga. Patut dia tak boleh tidur malam kan.
Tidur malam.
Selagi tak jumpa dia tak tidur malam.
Dia kena selesai.
Nak juga.
Bagi habis.
Bagi habis.
Tenang hidup.
Pasal dah habis ke?
Weh,
Ya, betul.
Bro nombor berapa dah?
Bagi tahu bulan-bulan je.
Ada nak situ dah dekat.
Aku nanti 100.
Sikit.
Nanti yourself.
Korang budak-budak je, tak acik.
Dia cakap pasal ni macam ni.
Tak apalah, pandai-pandai lah.
Tak, dia tunjuk dia tersambung. So,
Ha.
aku cuba sambung lah.
Sambung lah. I mean, sambung sambil tanda tu pandai-pandai lah.
Okay dah, 100.
Okay, cantik.
Yeah.
Okay, big hand to all of you. Great. Okay, so nampak kan? This activity is something that we always do after lunch, you know, because of course we have class, you know, 1 or 2 days, but you know, to do it straight, yeah, it could be tiring lah.
Yeah.
It's a bit tiring, so that's why I have to insert a little bit of fun, little bit of activity. That's why some case study, yeah, because case study would enhance the learning that we did earlier.
Yeah.
You know, it cannot be full time just, you know, just talking. Yeah, I mean, because
Yeah.
this facilitation style lah, we call it. Yeah,
Betul.
because I mean, to keep everyone awake and to keep everyone, you know, on their toes for 2 days full, you need to do a variety of events, a variety of activities. Yeah, so this is one of it lah. I mean, something. What is the learning that you get from this exercise? This is the most important thing.
Yeah.
What is it?
For me, if you've been prepared and know the technique, it will be faster than exploratory lah.
Yeah, that's one. Maknanya, if you know what to do, if you're given clear instruction, yeah, I think that's the key learning. So as a leader, clear instruction is very important. Remember?
Even the emergency, I know sometimes we adapt with emergency or
Yeah.
unplanned activity. But if we have a process to handle unplanned,
Exactly.
still can be faster.
Yeah, this is called the standard operating procedure, right?
Yeah.
How do you move in a uncertain situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the steps 1, 2, 3. But in this case, it is a clear communication issue.
Yeah.
I just give you, you know, I didn't give you the treat yet. I just want to show you, you know, what will happen
Yeah.
when communication is not clear,
Yeah.
direction is not clear.
Yeah.
You see, you only get what, 27? The most, not even 30.
12.
Oh, ada 12. 30.
Seven.
Yeah, but now when I'm giving you a very clear instruction, a clear guidance,
Yeah.
you can do it in double quick time or triple or
Yeah.
even quadruple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shows the cost of reworking lah, in a way.
Yeah.
When you give a very unclear instruction
Yeah.
or a instruction that is very bad instruction, in fact,
Yeah.
then what will happen to your team? Your team will be running around in circles,
Yeah.
doing things that not meeting the expectations, and you have to do rework, and all this rework is costly. Yeah, this is what you call the price of non-conformance. I mean,
Yeah.
we always call it PONG, PONC,
Yeah.
because of unclear instruction.
Yeah.
So basically, this is not just an energizer,
Yeah.
but this is also a learning.
Yeah.
Means that as a leader, you need to give very clear instruction to the people under you, so that they will be able to do their job efficiently. You know, say when I just give you a simple instruction, which is not clear, see how long does it take for you to move, and then after 5 minutes, okay, I give a clearer, a better instruction, and you're able to do it quickly. Alright, so that's the learning. Okay, so thank you. Okay, let's go to the next module, which is influence and stakeholder alignment. Very important. I don't know whether you have seen this stakeholder quadrants before.
Oh, dah.
Nah, so this is nothing new, right? So it's just something that for you to refresh back your memory. So this is a stakeholder quadrant, which is normally being used by a lot of people. I think this is a theory. I forgot siapa yang reka benda ni, but it's so simple. Basically, you have a x-axis and y-axis, and based on interest and based on power. Okay, so going up, atas is y, right?
Yeah.
Y.
Bawah is x. Ingat lagi matematik y-x, remember, masih ingat lagi
Yeah.
So the higher the power is and the higher the interest is, what do?
Manage closely.
You really have to manage closely, betul tak?
Yeah.
Kalau dia very high interest on the project and they are the decision maker,
Yeah.
lagilah kau kena jaga, betul tak? So you
betul.
really have to manage closely for people with the high power and high interest.
Yeah.
For those yang not really high in terms of power, but they really have high interest on it, you know. So you must definitely keep them informed. At least keep them informed. Low power, high interest. For those yang alah, dia pun kuasa tak besar, and also dia ada interest also, they don't really care. You just monitor lah in a way. So low power, low interest. For those in high power but low interest, you still need to keep them satisfied. Maknanya in a matter macam reporting lah for set, at least for that. So you must adapt communication strategy based on your stakeholder power and your stakeholder influence. Whether they have the interest, and also based on their power. So this is an example using the same quadrant. Contoh, I do not know whether it works in your situation. High power, high interest is normally product owner, betul? Steering committee, regulators ini, I don't know, you all kena report kat MPM semua ke?
PM?
MPM.
MPM.
Yang Petronas Indonesia. Tak ada kena mengena. Okay, that one doesn't. Okay. So what do? You need to give frequent updates because they are involved in decisions, and you must give early feedback, and they don't like surprises lah. And then for those stakeholder that is high interest tetapi low power, normally example is end users lah. Power dia may be low but they really have high interest because they're using the system kan. So you need to regular updates, listen to their concern because they are directly using it. They are the user, so they know better what works, what does not work. Selalunya yang high power, high interest ni selalunya yang bos-bos lah. They might not be using the apa tu, they don't use it daily lah. But they are in the power to approve or disapprove the project in a way. And normally orang user ni akan complain dekat orang dekat manage closely ni lah. Kalau ada isu dia bising lah, tak siap-siap lagi, so dia akan complain dekat product owner, dia complain dekat orang atas. Because they have the power. Okay, and then for those yang high power low interest, just keep them satisfied lah. Selalunya CEO, CFO ni just give them summary. Jangan bagi all those layman terms, jangan bagi all those technical jargons. Okay, so it's something like this lah. I mean, maybe you can share a bit in terms from your own perspective. Normally your high power, high interest would be
product owner.
Definitely product owner.
Definitely product owner.
Head of ops semua tu iyalah kot.
Business owner.
Business owner definitely.
High level client. Client have their own lead.
Lead kan, maknanya client and they have their macam dia punya top person lah. You all communicate dengan dia lah kan, dia jadi rep for the client, right? Because you cannot speak with everyone, right? At least ada rep. So that one definitely high power, high interest. Definitely. Okay. Yang you bagi reporting kat siapa sahaja macam ada monthly report,
ada
normally ni
kan,
high power tapi low
should
interest.
be yang keep satisfied, right? That's why you kena bagi high level summaries. Just reporting.
Legend side ada.
Oh you kena bagi tahu juga, betul lah.
Diorang yang
Because Sheila will be the high power low interest lah kan, maknanya as long as client is happy, I'm happy. I don't care. Dia pun tak nak tahu the details, betul tak?
Dia tak tahu projek apa kita buat.
Lantak korang lah kan. Janji dia happy. Please don't bore her with all the details. Kan? Don't overload them. Avoid overload, nampak tu? I think you overload Sheila, dia pun give up dengan korang. Dah lah, aku kening apa benda technical term korang pakai ni kan. I don't want to know. The most important thing, you keep the client happy. So they want to be, of course they have high power because you are the people that directly, because salary paid by them kan. Because kan ExxonMobil dia macam bayar kat dia orang, dia bayar kat dia kan. So they have high power but they don't really care as long as you do your work. I don't know, macam low power low interest ni dekat you all ada ke? Ini in teori lah, kadang-kadang ada, kadang-kadang tak ada. Not really, you do not have that monitor tinggi, tak ada kan? Lebih ada 3 quadrant ni?
Inform dah.
Yang keep inform ni ada tak? Low power
Ada.
Ada. Of course lupa. End user mestilah kena kan?
Frequent daily
developers.
You need to. Developers kena lah kan.
Sometimes yang low power high interest ni, sometimes there are the team that depend on us. Or we depend on them.
You depend on them
Yeah.
because day-to-day thing dengan diorang kan.
Team dependencies lah.
Dependencies.
Yeah.
We need to inform them.
Betul.
They need to inform us.
Betul. So this is where you work closely with, right? Betul lah.
Yeah.
This is you see regular update. You must listen to their concerns. Yeah. And then they will always give you feedback on the system. Yeah. And then yelah, kalau nak ubah sistem, this is it lah. These people lah yang akan cakap dekat dia punya boss kat atas tu, buat tak, benda ni tak boleh pakai lah, mari kita tukar sistem baru. Right? So they dekat atas yang high power high interest tu yang akan approve, sanction the new system, something like that. Because the user yang dekat bawah.
In kind of frequent, the top, the bottom left tu, bottom right tu,
The bottom right.
daily, mostly daily for us lah.
Tiap-tiap hari kan.
Yang atas tu mostly like bi-weekly or
Ya, betul.
weekly. The left side tu monthly.
Yes. Kalau yang atas tu is the top kan. Takkan tiap-tiap hari kau nak jumpa je, tak ada kena kerja je lah kan. But remember they are the one in power. Kalau dia kata stop this, that's it.
That's it.
If the people dekat low power high interest they complain, yang atas will make a decision. Yeah. So you need to keep the people dekat bawah ni sebenarnya happy.
Before they go down.
Yeah, before it escalated kan. Kalau dah escalate atas tu dah parah. Betul tak? Dah parah.
Dah kena dah.
Dah kena. Yang penting low power high interest ni happy, atas takkan kacau korang. Betul tak?
Betul.
When they are not happy, they cascade it up and this is where the trouble comes in.
Betul.
So let's try to keep everything at low power high interest. You do not want to go escalate somewhere else. So all of you would try to go through that one, maknanya maintain and keep informed punya quadrant. Yang low power tetapi memang they are the heavy user. Definitely.
There's some situation, sometimes the yang left tu
yang
go
left.
straight to the left. The
Yang
left
sana?
top. Pernah.
Kenapa dia nak pergi situ?
Sebab escalation is beyond the top right.
Okay.
Tapi still our team responsible. Sometimes is been known by this C-level units.
Maknanya sometimes it can go to C. Dia tak bagi tahu yang atas ni.
Dia beritahu CC.
Dua-dua lah dia pergi.
Dua-dua pergi.
Yelah, it
Dia
happens
sampai yang
lah.
sini.
Sampai situ
Normally lagi
parah lah tu.
Lagi sound lagi parah lah.
Lagi parah lah kalau pergi
urgency
situ.
Sometimes become war room. Kita
betul.
drop semua everything.
Betul. Yelah betul lah sebab kalau dah sampai ke situ lagi parah lah kan. Sebab dah pergi ke C-suite
This week.
pergi C-suite memang kena tenyih lah. Kan.
Kalau bukan salah kita, tapi kita kena dia punya agency dengan
dia jadi
escalation tu lain sikit.
Dia lain. Bila dah sampai kat situ memang stress gila lah. Maknanya kenapa dia pergi situ sebab tak solve kan, tak resolve dekat sini. That's why dia fed up, dia naik atas. Dia fed up, I will go up. Dia
Sebab
kata
kalau atas yang kanan ni, they know the context. Easily to be explained. Yang kiri ni they know the
betul.
context.
Yang ni dia non technical.
Non technical, they know the context.
Yang ni technical sebab dia faham.
Dia faham.
Yang ini dia tak faham and dia kata apa benda ni? What's
Tapi
happening?
teruk, bagi panggil dia teruk.
Teruk tapi dia tak faham apa isu.
Yes.
So we try to avoid going there kan. Sini dia masih boleh faham the challenges.
They own the product,
They own the product, they know better.
They know better.
But that left side dia tahu jalan. Tak ada isu, aku tak nak tahu isu. I do not want to know the details. Betul tak?
Betul.
Yang belah kiri, I just want you to settle.
Bila settle.
They don't know the challenges, right? Challenges dia tak faham sangat lah apa challenge kau. Kenapa tak siap? Dia tahu kenapa tak siap. Itu je. Dia tahu dia belasah. Itu je lah. At least yang sini dia lebih faham. Dia lebih memahami the challenges that you are facing dekat high power, high interest. Yeah. Okay, so for you all ni dia lebih kat 3 tu lah. Yang di bawah ni normally jarang ada ni. Tapi just trying to put it in the quadrant so that you understand that for you all it's not something new, which is good. So you have to manage your stakeholder based on this quadrant. So do you put all this in? You have it lah. Maybe not in this manner, but you know lah kan. You know who that you need to manage lah. Based on their interest and power. So this is the stakeholder quadrant. And I'm just sharing how using this CSA model for presenting ideas dekat stakeholder. Use this model. Stakeholders, they accept ideas when they are framed around their priorities. Remember? What's it in for me? Selalunya macam itu. And not from your perspective. It has to be from their perspective. As a consultant, you need to solve their pain points, right? It's always the pain points. So you need to basically, if you have some ideas, it must be based on what would benefit the client.
Yeah.
Yeah. So use these steps: context, solution, us. Yeah. So in a nutshell, you need to know why this matters, explain the problem, impact, and what happen if we do not do it now. Yeah. Alright. Itu example dia. And then what is the proposal? Yeah. Jangan pula suruh dia fikir.
Yalah.
Because you have to give
Yalah.
all this, right?
Yalah.
As a consultant, this is what is expected from you.
Yes.
Right?
Betul.
So what is the situation? What is the context? What's the solution? And what is your ask from them?
Yeah.
What we need from you? We need approval, we need budget, whatever lah.
Yeah.
You need to ask them. What is it? You know, because there is reason why you meet them to propose this. There must be something that you want to improve. Yeah? What we need from you? Approval, resources, decision, alignment. So contoh, we request approval to start a 2-week pilot with 2 ops rep with, of course there will always be a cost, right? Because client needs to approve it before you start.
Betul.
Yeah? And they will definitely accept it if at the end of the day they are solving a certain pain point.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because if not, why should they? Yeah? If they feel that what you ask doesn't change anything,
Yeah.
why should I give approval? And in the first place, if you're not solving something, why should you go to them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
might as well maintain status quo,
Mm.
unless you have something new, which would definitely, make it better for them to work faster,
Yeah.
to make faster decision, for example. So use this model for presenting ideas. I call it CSA, or bukan CSI. So CSA, context, give the context, what's the solution, and what do you need from them? Yeah, what is your ask? Yeah, so this is an example. Okay, clear? Not rocket science,
No.
straightforward. Okay, okay. Alright, and when you negotiate, biasalah, you need to have all this lah, because then you need to present the facts.
Yeah.
And then normally we offer options lah.
Yeah.
Cakaplah kalau option A macam ni, option B macam ni. Selalunya option ni akan menyebabkan cost. Option A mungkin lagi mahal,
Yeah.
and advantage, disadvantage option B, and then
Yeah.
see where, kat mana dia where do they think is the best for them lah. Yeah. Alright, and focus on the goals. Focus on what is the pain points that you are solving, and at the end of the day, you need a decision from them lah.
Yeah.
Because without the decision, you cannot proceed lah. Kan
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they have to bear the cost. Normally for ni, cost tu dah cakap siang-siang dah tahu ke macam mana? How is it?
It's very opaque.
Oh, very opaque.
Yeah.
So normally budget boleh ada supplementary lah ini.
Ada.
Boleh maknanya katakan dah 1 juta, rasanya macam ada something yang nak dibetulkan, that is additional, it can be done. And
Yeah,
so on.
but I think it's not within our.
Scope.
Oh, itu dah lain lah.
Yeah.
This one is beyond our level. There's a
Okay.
delivery managers.
Oh, itu dah top lagi.
berbagi lah.
From our level, we manage on the resources needed, not the
Okay.
costing or budget level needed. That's
Okay.
different.
So you all will just propose a solution,
Solution.
Yes.
and then this team would go to the one yang present to management is not your team, or you will also be part of the team.
So usually it's me and Omar that we have
Okay.
to come up with the options here.
Okay.
But what I want to add on to this is actually it's not just to offer options, because it tends to be that management doesn't like just having options. They
Oh,
just
di sana.
they want options, but they also want, okay, what's your opinion? What do you?
Memang, of course, definitely.
Right.
Obviously,
So-
it should be options and your recommendation. I should add
Yes,
that. It's not just option and ask them to think. No.
Yeah.
It has to be together with recommendation.
Yes.
I would say, then you would say lah, okay lah. Kalau if you ask me, my recommendation is option B because
Yes.
of justification. Yeah. But at the end of the day, decision is theirs. It's not yours.
Yep.
Normally, would they follow the recommendation? Normally.
Half the time.
Oh, tough juga Yeah.
Because especially if we're proposing to, for example, to our management, that for example, let's say I see that the team is struggling with, let's say, with support issues and
Yeah.
we need to increase headcount. I back up the data and I say like, hey, I think we need to increase headcount. But at the end of the day, even if I say, okay, if it's not headcount, can we restructure the team like this? This person gets dedicated as for support or anything, then I still have to do a forecasting of like, okay, this is here's how our deliverables will be if that is the case, this and that. Even if it shows, we'll be able to preserve it. Usually they'll be like, oh, at the end of the day, it's up to client. Okay. So, so then I just, but it's okay. I've already done my due diligence. I presented it to you. If you feel there's no need, if you want to raise it towards exam level, feel free. If you don't, then I've done my work.
Basically, you have presented to your yang kata atas you dulu lah,
Yes,
before
yes.
it goes to the client.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say it goes to the client, would you join them to present it? Or-
Maybe once out of 10 times.
Oh, normally they would do it, right?
Yeah.
Normally, whatever decision related to cost,
Uh-huh.
they don't really consider it.
Oh, yeah.
For example, last time if I said I want to, I want a Scrum Master.
You want a Scrum Master, you see.
To
Yang tambah
reduce my
seorang
capacity,
Scrum Master.
Yeah.
Then they didn't agree because they tight with budget, and then
Yeah.
maybe my part is I didn't convince them about the significance of Scrum Master
Yeah.
and what the time capacity there. Even I given a fact and data, maybe it's kind of bias on my side, not their side.
Itulah, dia always
Okay.
think
Yeah.
nak menyenangkan your kerja. Itu saja dia fikir.
Yeah.
It's like you want to be you request to be a traffic light. They don't give you traffic light until it has an accident. Something like that.
Dia kena berlaku sesuatu baru nak bagi.
Yeah.
You're trying to say you're doing this
Reactionary
is
lah.
a preventive.
Yes.
You do not want to be reactive.
Yeah.
Because remember, if you want to convince a client, what is it for them? It's
Yeah.
always the case.
Yes, for them.
Kalau tak dia tak lah, dia kata kan. As far as I'm concerned, dia kata you still can do this without a Scrum Master. Because you don't want to incur the cost.
If I ask another request
Mhm.
that not related to budget, like,
Mhm.
like restructuring,
Mhm.
reduce scope or something,
Uh-huh.
they always agree.
Bila masuk duit dia dah mula lah.
Duit dia.
Ah.
Kata dia tambah headcount, duit tu.
Betul. And the headcount will always be an issue kan. Because they
Always.
said as far as we are concerned, you do it. I just want result, right?
Yes.
You pening, you tak tidur malam, it's not their concern,
Yeah.
right?
Because
So-
that's our responsibility, especially like if, for example, team members say,
Yeah.
this is not sustainable, and we ourselves agree.
Yeah.
Then it's up to us to raise it towards business management. Like, hey, it might seem okay, the metrics are good, yes, that's true,
but
but
the cost.
but there's a pretty high dissatisfaction level here.
Yeah.
There's a situation about some people are heading for renewal and they're not exactly saying that
They want to continue with this
continue,
kind of
right.
setup. It's just
Yeah.
it's not sustainable for them.
Yes.
You know?
So.
I mean, these
sometimes
are
it
the things
works.
that needs to be highlighted,
Yes.
to the client, because they must remember
Yeah.
you are a very important part.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
some people they do not see it from
Yeah.
the consultant's perspective. They always see it from their perspective. I know lah, at the end of the day the client is paying for it,
Yes, yeah.
But if they have that, actually in a way growth mindset juga.
Yeah.
Betul tak?
Yeah.
I mean, they sebenarnya a good client will
Yeah.
also think about the other side. Not
Yes.
always think only from themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. Because they must remember at the end of the day, if this happens,
Yeah.
the consultants have a better, work-life balance in a way lah. I would say that.
Yes.
That is also a long-term thing, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. When the consultants are healthier,
Yes.
their deliverables would be a lot better
Yes.
in a way. But
Yeah.
susah lah. Because client at the end of the day, it always boils down to dollars and cents.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
And another thing, it's a growth mindset juga. That's why
Yeah.
growth mindset ni kena ada kat semua orang. Jangan kita expect the consultant je ada but the client do not have it, also cannot.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Betul.
betul lah. This is it lah. I
Yes.
think the client needs to come to my session.
Oh, I would love that.
I think I better go to exam mobile
I
and
would
have this.
love that.
But that's life lah kan.
If I had to, I'll personally pay for it.
But it's okay because at the end of the day, we adaptability is a concern lah.
Yeah. This is another thing lah.
They
We
cannot
have to
give us
adapt lah.
A, but when we have, we adapt with it. And we show them only the risk and dependency. Risk are risk.
Yeah. You show them the risk. Okay.
It's up to
We
them.
can work that risk.
Yeah.
But this is going to be the risk. The risk is you will be overwhelmed,
Yeah.
and you might have issues in terms of at the end of the day people might get sick.
Retention.
Retention, people would not want to work.
Yeah.
Dah lah tak nak lah.
Yeah.
I cannot tahan. So
Risk are risk.
risk, that's the risk, and that is a risk where it will impact the company punya
Yeah.
deliverables,
KPI.
KPI, and
Yeah.
at the end of the day, their reputation lah, because they also have someone they need to serve, and if
Yeah.
there is issue here, and I mean, of course, you highlight it in your proposal and everything,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
There's also facts.
Yeah.
It's up to, because they are in D,
really,
so they up to their decision. We
Yeah.
don't know beyond our level. They
Yeah.
have their own
If
agenda.
they have
As I said
something
lah.
behind that agenda,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
already beyond you,
This is kind of like a leadership therapy session.
Jadi itu yang seronok. That's why we have this kind of session, because this is orang kata safe environment.
Yes.
Yeah, this is anything, just say it out, because at the end of the day we are human, we have emotions, we have issues that
Yeah.
need to be addressed.
That's true.
I'm not here to give you solutions, because at
Yeah.
least we talk about it and I give you some ideas, because at the end of the day you're dealing with human.
That's true.
Yeah?
That's true.
And human, they have emotions, and and they are affected by other people's emotion.
Yeah.
And remember, they also have someone that they need to answer to.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes we like to kutuk bos-bos kita, biasa kan.
Of course.
That's normal. But you must understand they are also under pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also have someone they need to answer to. So
Behind everything that they say or do, they're also a human being.
they are also human.
Maybe they're a father, maybe they're a mother, they're a husband
Yeah.
or a wife.
They also have their own family
Yeah.
thing that
You know.
they affected them as
Like
well.
if we have our own personal reasons affecting our professional outcomes,
Yeah.
how is it any different to anyone else?
Yeah. So we must understand. So this is empathy lah.
Yes.
Yeah. So just don't think just of our feelings. Think about their feelings as well. And we must understand that not everything revolves around us, because they also have their own
Betul.
problems to address.
Betul.
So if everyone understands that, then the world will be better lah. Because this is where you always you do not know the story behind it. You
Yeah.
always think that why they always me asyik kena saja. You never know, dia kena mungkin lagi tu. He has his own pressure.
So, yeah, PO.
Product owner kan, dia pening kan.
Itu cerita dia.
Itulah cerita dia. Okay.
Stress.
Alright, so basically these are some of the steps when you negotiate resources in timeline. Yeah, present the facts, offer options, option, and also I would add the recommendation, and try not to be too defensive lah.
Yes, yeah.
Instead of possible, say here it becomes possible with more resources.
Yeah.
Nothing is impossible sebenarnya.
Yeah.
It's always possible provided you have some resources.
Yep.
Impossible it means that nothing can be done. It can be done, but there is cost to it. Selalunya macam
Yes.
itulah. Present to them that way. Jangan terus kata no.
Yep.
You want, can, but I need A and B. I need extra resources. I need extra manpower. So don't be defensive. Actually, with client,
Yeah.
they do not like defensive consultants,
Yeah, of
because
course.
then they say that you're not solving issues.
Yeah.
I mean, you are orang kata, tak ada growth mindset lah again. You're
yeah.
so fixed in your if you cannot, semua cannot. Yeah.
Betul.
And then at the end of the day, you request for their decision. Yeah. Option A, B, or C. My recommendation is C, but of course at the end of the day, it's your call.
That's your call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, focus on the shared goal. Maknanya at the end of the day, what benefits them.
Yeah.
Team-wide objective, not just certain department punya pain points. You need to solve the organizational, what makes everyone in the department, or what makes every organization have the same pain point. Solve that, not just individual department A.
Yep.
It doesn't solve anything. At the end of the day, shared goals is very important. Yeah.
Mhm.
Not just focus on one or two departments.
Yeah.
So basically, of course, normally shared goals is without zero defect lah. Itu teori lah kan. Pernah ada aku zero defect? Tak pernah minimize the defect lah. I wouldn't say zero to be mantap. Minimize it. Okay, let's go to the final module. Leadership communication tool. Do you need about 5 minutes to nanti toilet cover? Boleh just take about 5 or 10 kita before we go to module 4 and the final case study for the day before we break for the next day lah. Nak habis kau apa ni? Kau semua duduk.
Kat Indah.
Dia tahan juga.
Boleh tahan is
So
right.
berapa minit datang sampai?
Sejam.
So balik lagi teruk kan?
Probably lagi tu.
Datang pukul 5.
Apa?
Datang ni pukul
Apa? Sampai ni.
Ni,
enam pagi.
Keluar rumah pukul 6 pagi.
Serius?
Sampai ni.
Dia tu kau sampai pukul 7 tempat tak buka lagi. Apa kau buat? Pergi makan.
Pergi makan.
Andrea.
Oh, kau pun sampai awal?
Tak, dia dekat.
Kau duduk mana?
I do video dah masalah.
Oh, dekat. Video
Dia dekat sangat.
Kau?
Dia boleh jogging ni.
Dia naik motor dia dulu.
Oh, kau naik motor kau? Train? Ha?
Kereta.
Kereta. Parking kat Starling lah.
SMA.
Oh, kau naik motor?
Motor.
Dah hujan ke ni?
Baju hujan lah.
Ha? Baju hujan dah ready?
Jadi lah.
Okay, okay. Pergi toilet ke apa, take a break lah.